girls, today I will just explain on this female Strobulus or the female flowers. Okay, so the female Strobulus is also called a female cone, and it is also known by the name Ovule Strobulus. It resembles with the male Strobulus, as you can see, like yesterday I had shown that it resembles with the male Strobulus in its general appearance and also place of origin. These female strobili, as you can see, they are born on the axils of the leaves, okay, or rarely they are born on the terminal position. As you can see here in this figure, they may be either branched or unbranched. They are unbranched in this figure. As you can see, they are unbranched, and each female strobulus, it has a long stout axis differentiated into the nodes and the internodes, exactly just like the male strobulus. And these axes, they bears a number of successive pairs of sterile and corneate bracts which fuse in pairs at each node, forming cup-like structures called the collars. Right, like yesterday you have seen on the male strobulus, we have already studied the collars or the cupules, and each of these collar surrounds the axis. And as you can see here that the female flowers, they are born in rings or whorls in the axil of these cupules, of these cup-like structures. You can see this is the female cone and the ovule meaning the female flowers. So they are born in these cup-like structures known as the cupules, and generally 4 to 10 female flowers are found in one ring at each cupule. Okay, so as you can see here, the female flowers, okay, you can see here 4 to 10. Just remember, 4 to 10 female flowers or ovules are born on these cup-like structures, and some of these later on they will mature and develop, forming. So as you can see here, this is the example of Gnetum montanum. Okay, one of the species of Gnetum. You can see around these female flowers, they are born on the axil of these cupules, the cup-like structures, and each female flower is represented by a stalk or a sessile ovule, meaning it either has a stalk or the stalk is absent, so it is sessile. And the upper few colors, okay, the upper few colors of the female strobulus, they are devoid of ovules. Some of the in Gnetum, the female flowers, you can see some of the colors, they are devoid of these female flowers, okay, especially the upper part. And in young condition, these ovules, they are of one type. As you can see here, they are almost of one type. But let me show you another picture. As in this case, you can see here that as they develop, they show dimorphism. You can see clearly even the shape, the sizes of these ovules of these female flowers, they are different. So as they develop, they show dimorphism, and some of these ovules, they enlarge and develop seeds. So as you can see here in this figure C, the female cone bearing 2 seeds, okay, and few aborted female flowers, because some of the ovules, they enlarge and they develop into seeds, whereas as you can see others, they remain small and finally degenerate. These are termed as aborted female flowers and they cannot develop into seeds. The female flowers are also separated from one another by uniseriate hairs, okay. They are small, so we cannot see here in this figure, but just remember this point that they are separated from one another by hairs, just like the male flowers. And at maturity, these hairs, they become shriveled and they are shed from the female strobulus. So now let us take a look at the single female flowers. Okay, how does it look? Now each ovule, okay, let me show you. You can see here the female flowers is referred to as the ovule. So here we will take a look at a single female flower. Now each ovule is oval in shape and it has a radial symmetry in both sides. You can see it has centrally placed nucleus, and this nucleus is surrounded by three layers of integument, right? The outer fleshy layer, the middle stony layer, and the inner fleshy layer. And a fourth layer may also be present in some cases. For example, this you will find in Gnetum ula, where the outermost layer, okay, just remember that a fourth layer is also present in some species. Alright, so the outermost layer, the outer fleshy layer, is orange red in color, and it forms the perianth of the female flower. Perianth meaning the sheath or the covering. Okay, it forms the covering of the female flower, and it bears stomata on the outside. The perianth, it completely covers the ovules. That means it covers the whole thing, but it leaves a small hole at the apex. Okay, so you can see here the perianth. Just remember, it covers the whole ovule, but it leaves a small opening at the apex. Now the middle stony layer, it is termed as the outer integument. Okay, the middle stony layer here, you can see it is written as the outer integument, and the inner fleshy layer, it is termed as the inner integument. As you can see in this arrow here, it pointed as the outer integument and the inner integument. The inner integument, as you can see here in this figure, it elongates to form a long micropylar tube, okay, at the micropylar region. And this micropylar tube, is also referred to as style. A rudimentary pollen chamber is present at the tip, okay, of the nucellus. You can see here the nucellus in the middle, and small pollen chamber is present at the tip of the nucellus. Okay, however, the nucellar beak is absent, and the inner integument, as you can see here in this figure, it fuses with the nucellus right at the base. At the base, you can see at the chalazal end, you can see it is fusing. The nucellar beak and the integument, the nucellus and the integument, they fuses together, but the outer integument and the perianth, they remain free. Okay, they remain free, they do not fuse. That means the fusion occurs only between the nucellus and the inner integument.